So here's what the Tbr7 looks like with no body panels and gas tank on it. So I'll show you all the damage I had to fix from shipping, and then we'll get back into what I'm doing to it right now. I'm not saying the China quality is a bad thing. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what to expect, because I think a lot of people who buy the Hawks and the Tbr7s have never had a name brand bike before. And it's really hard to tell when you buy something online too, because you never know what you're going to get. You don't know if it's going to be this big or if it's going to be really small and short. So I've got some touch-up paint here, black and silver. We're going to fix all these little problems, like the scrape on the forks, and down there on the wheel we're going to touch that up with black. And that happens in shipping, right? I think it's going to work. It's coming out kind of globby. Ah, she's perfect. Get away from our little splatter. Like I said, I'm waiting on the package for my new headlight and plastics that are damaged, so I'm going to touch everything up. I'm going to do the rim next. This is the perfect color. It's going to dry perfect. So again, Chinese quality here. It had this Tao motor sticker across here, and it's just like a clear sticker. You think you can just take that off, no big deal. I'm sure a lot of people are going to do that. But mine took that paint chip right off with it. The paint is right there in the sticker. So, scared to take off the quality control sticker now because it'll probably chip the paint there. I swear, if this sticker takes off paint, I'm just going to lose it and kick this thing over in a heap. Come on, don't you take the paint. Aw, it's not coming off good. So here's a look at all the body panels and replacement parts. I had my original tail that had that damage from shipping, where it's like gouged up, and they sent me a white tail to replace it. So can't really do much with that. The exhaust cover, your right side panel, your left side panel, the headlight mounting bracket. Mine has one broken tab on the left here, you see the one on the right. We have a damaged right side fairing from rubbing the tire in the shipping crate. They sent me a replacement for that. Pretty good. And then there's the left fairing. If you're thinking about getting a Tbr7 or even a Hawk, I suggest you get a white one. Just because when the plastic's scratched, they're going to be white underneath. It doesn't matter if it's green or blue or... So today I can finish fixing the shipping damage because I got the foot pegs in. And I really only needed one foot peg because that one's all bent and twisted and is missing the rubber pad. That's how it shipped. So we only needed one, but they sent us two. So pretty nice there. Alright, so I'm getting ready to put my new foot peg on here. And I was looking at the hardware. There's one in my other new peg. So the two new pegs have these spacers under the spring. Now I'm not sure how functional that is or what it does, but they decided to add it, so it must be for a reason, right? So they're always improving. If you wait until 2021, you might get a better version than this. So some of you guys might see this and not think it's a problem and think everything's fine, and you could be right. We have 3 bundles of wires coming up here. They all only have 2 or 3 wires in them each. It's just blinkers and taillights. And let me put that back the way it was. So they have the protective coating around the wires, but then where the wires go through the very sharp plastic, no protective coating. So you should really take your Tbr7 or Hawk apart and go through all of this stuff. Plus they're all getting pinched between the top of the bar and the seat when you put all that stuff back together. And then we'll run it along the bottom of the frame rail and zip tie it. Another example of the China quality is they gave you an Allen wrench that doesn't fit anything on the bike. I checked everything. I like where they needed more room for the exhaust, so just get the hammer out. Just put a couple dents in your down tube. Interesting. It's such a thick, heavy frame if you look at it. It's crazy. It's like 2.5 inch bar. Even all the little stuff like this, where it has these brackets underneath the bar. So you have your tail bar that comes up, and then you have a metal bracket on the side of that to mount everything. And then you have that welded to another bar that goes up and finishes the tailpiece. where Yamaha or Honda would make that all out of one piece, and then they would tap this metal bar and put inserts in and bolt into the metal bar instead of using all these pieces. When you use inferior metals, you have to really pile on more metal just to get the same strength, so you would never see that on a high-end bike. So I'm guessing these wires are for your rear brake light. They come off the rear brake housing. And it's just all bundled here on the airbox. And I didn't notice this when I sealed up the airbox because I didn't have the seat off and I didn't know where the wires went. But these wires could be stored somewhere else instead of right here on your airbox. And you can see it's actually squeezing my airbox, the zip tie. Look how much I had my airbox squeezed down. And that's just a bad silicone job by me because I didn't take these wires off. Wow. We gotta get that back into shape. Get it opened up again. Choking my flow right down with their zip tie. Unbelievable. So we're gonna take this wire, unplug it here, and then feed it up probably up around the frame here nicely, not just zip tied to the airbox. Because you can put it right to this bar here and it's gonna be fine. I'll show you. Every wire on this bike's too long. Yeah, that's fine. That's not too close to the exhaust on the outside of this bar here. Grab a little zip tie. Even when it's tucked back, that's kind of an annoying amount of wire to hide. And I even ran this one down through here because before it just came over top. That's probably a significant improvement in my opinion, just to get those wires off of your airbox hose and cleaned up a little, tucked back there. I'll throw another zip tie here maybe. So I'm going to end this video and try to keep all my videos up to date. Today I got the parts for my first modification, so that'll be the next video. Currently we have 13, almost 14 miles on it, all off-road, so still don't know the top speed. I just used it to like haul around a bucket and a sledgehammer and stuff today, so the rack works pretty good. I might put that clip in here. I think I got it on my cell phone, but yeah, next video, first modification to the Tbr7. The rack on the Tbr7 works pretty good. I'm hauling around a bucket and a sledgehammer and some tools. No problems there.